You are here because the outside world rejects you.
Alright, what's up everybody? Let's talk about this information that came out the last couple days that looks to be possibly the character breakdowns for the upcoming Ninja Turtle CG animated movie Reboot. I only say possibly because there is some typos in this description. Instead of calling Raphael Raph, calling him Ralph, which is a common spell check correction that anyone who's tried to text the name Raph knows always gets corrected to Ralph for some reason. So that just might have been something like that happened, but just so you all know, the different places have been covering it, so I figured I'd give you my opinion on this as well. I first saw it reported this morning on the C3 Films channel, which is a really good channel for like movie news and stuff like that. But throughout the day, I've also seen other websites covering it, like movieweb.com, comicbookmovie.com, and others as well, so I figured I'd go ahead and talk about it and give you guys my opinion. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So it looks like the original source that all the different people that covered it are using is the illuminerdi.com. This seems to be the site that got it posted first on April 13th, and the title reads Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles New Direction for 4 Leads in Nickelodeon Animated Film Exclusive. It starts off with last summer it was reported that Paramount would be moving its next iteration of the Ninja Turtles to Nickelodeon Animation Studios. Okay, so we know that, we've been covering that here on the channel for a while, but here's where it gets a little interesting. It says, well, now the Illuminerdi has an exclusive breakdown of the 4 leads and what the direction the characters will be going in this new adaptation. And the next part, it looks like a casting call for the characters. It says the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles casting breakdown for Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello is as follows. And it goes through each of the characters. Let's go ahead and break down each one. Alright, so it starts off with Leonardo. It says male, age 13 to 16, any ethnicity, voiceover lead. So yeah, just judging off of that, it does look like they're going with teenage actors, not just actors that can sound like teenagers, but straight up teenage actors. Let the fan casting begin down below, but let's take a look at the character breakdown. It says the team leader, Leo, is strictly business, all killer, no filler. And then it says, except when he is boasting and describing himself with dumb phrases like all killer, no filler. He cares about keeping the team on a mission and tells himself that his brothers would be lost without him. He's not the strongest, and then in brackets it says Raph, or the smartest, and then in brackets it says Donnie, or the funniest, and then it says Mikey, but he's the hardest working turtle boy, and he's proud of it. His brothers can get annoyed by his do-gooder attitude and the lectures that come with it, even though they know he's right. Leo's biggest fears are his brothers realizing that he needs them more than they need him. Alright, so overall, I think that's pretty much what you expect from a Leo character for the most part. This description really reminds me a lot of the 2012 Leo, which I liked, I'm a fan of. And also the line, all killer, no filler, even though they make fun of it later on, does kind of hint to me that they will be at least somewhat focusing on the ninja aspect, which I really hope they do. I hope it's not something they end up ignoring. So far, I like what I'm hearing. Let's move on over to Raph. Alright, so next one says Raphael, male, age 13 to 16, any ethnicity, voiceover lead, the hothead. Raph likes to break stuff, whether it's with his fist or someone else's fist, as he throws them through a glass window. Raph tends to react emotionally when he's overwhelmed, but he's actually super self-aware and working on it. With his hands in his pockets, arms crossed, and sullen face, he could come off as a little brooding. Interesting, hands in pockets. Sounds like they're gonna have them in clothing, or maybe it's just figuratively speaking, but anyways, it says, but beneath his impenetrable exterior is a soft, sensitive turtle boy who is just looking for someone to open up to. Raph, who would hate any authority figure, resents Leo's leadership and thinks he should be in charge. His secret shame, he knows deep down he wouldn't know how to lead the team if it ever came to it. I like that. I like that aspect of the Raphael-Leonardo relationship. If this is what they're doing, that sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting. So I like that. Next up is Michelangelo, again, male, age 13 to 16, any ethnicity, voiceover lead. The goofball, with rare exception, takes nothing seriously. It could come across as aloofness or idiocy, but it actually comes from a place of wisdom and self-confidence. Knowing himself, Mikey has his priorities in order, and at the top of the list is enjoying life and living in the present. He loves people and is endlessly curious, which leads him to having long conversations with complete strangers. He's that friend you tell tell your entire life story within minutes of meeting. He might not be good at martial arts training or waking up on time or even hygiene, but he's an endless well of positivity that his brothers often take for granted. Mikey gets teased the most by his brothers, and even though he always laughs it off, deep down it gets to him. Alright, so it seems like they got Michelangelo pretty spot on. Sounds like there might be a point in the story where he gets serious, given that last sentence there. We'll see what happens. Alright, last but not least, Donatello, male, age 13 to 16, any ethnicity, voiceover lead, the intellectual. He feels like Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting. He is made fun of by his brothers for being academic. They acknowledge his smarts are useful, but don't appreciate it as much as he feels he deserves. His intelligence has its downsides though. Sometimes his intellectual self-assuredness can come across as arrogance, and his extreme pragmatism sometimes reads as coldness. It's not that he doesn't care, his brain is just thinking so many steps ahead about such complicated stuff that he often finds himself paralyzed with indecision. He can talk himself into something just as easily as he can talk himself out. Donnie knows he's smart, but his secret fear he'd never admit out loud is that if he was ever around people his level, he worries he wouldn't be able to keep up. And if he's not as smart as he thought, what is he? Alright, I really like that description of Donatello. I really like that last part, because he probably is really smart amongst this family, but he's learned everything from a sewer, probably with limited resources and stuff, and I do like that they put the thought of him being worried if he does ever meet other people that are smart like him, that he'd have trouble keeping up, or at least he thinks he would. That's pretty cool. And that's it for the what looks like casting call character breakdowns. The article closes off by saying it seems Nickelodeon/Paramount is fully embracing the adolescent nature of these beloved characters, and the story will be a true coming-of-age tale as each character learns to fully come into his own and embrace what makes them different from each other. And that's where the article ends. Alright everyone, let me know down below what you think. For those who are wondering, we did learn from the Nickelodeon virtual upfront show that they did a couple weeks ago now, I think, that this film will be released in 2023. At least that's what they said on there. It does seem lately that we have been getting more and more info more frequently, so I do expect more stuff to drop throughout this year and next year regarding this movie. So if you're new to the channel and you want more stuff like that in your life, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit thumbs up. Thanks everyone for watching. I will see you guys in a little bit with another one. Take care.